I had an idea to do a masterclass. So, in 90 seconds, I'm going to show you what overthinking is and how to overcome it. So, what's overthinking? It's your brain trying to create safety and predictability by mentally simulating every possible outcome instead of taking action in order to minimize surprise and keep you safe. It's basically your brain saying, if I can think through every possible situation, I can prevent bad things from happening. Now, that's not a flaw. It's actually a genius protection strategy because somewhere along the way, most likely in childhood, you learn that actions have dangerous consequences. And at the time, you didn't have the ability to navigate and regulate yourself during those unwanted consequences. And so, the best way to avoid those unwanted consequences was to think through things and get certainty before you took action. Now, the only problem is that certainty does not exist. And the more you seek certainty, the more you think through things, you never act, and you end up living in your head and never experiencing or creating the life that you want. At the core, you're not just avoiding unwanted emotions, you're making a prediction that feeling things like shame, rejection, loneliness will lead to an intolerable state of dysregulation that you don't have the capacity to handle. So the antidote is really twofold. First and foremost, you need to build awareness and access. You need to see the patterns playing out, know who's there, understand what they're protecting and what you're afraid to feel, and building connection to a grounded, stable force to observe this circus through without getting hijacked. Secondly, you need to take small micro actions that test your experiences. If you're afraid of speaking in front of a group, do it. Notice what happens and try to stay grounded and connected to yourself throughout the process. As you do this more, you'll build more evidence that what you thought would happen doesn't actually happen. And naturally, the overthinking lessens because it no longer needs to protect you. I know this is a much more complicated process than I'm making out to seem, but this should give you enough to get started.